Yo, what's up everyone? It's Theo here and we're back at it again with another video. And in today's video, I want to talk about something that both my mentor of mentors, Mr. Bugs, is speaking about, and something that Mr. Robert Kiyosaki spoke on. And I'm going to combine the two concepts because it's absolutely fascinating. But before we get into that, I just want to say thank you all for who've been watching my videos, and you've really helped me. I do this for you, for the ones who watch my videos, the ones who don't know how to speak up for themselves but are looking for someone to speak for them because they don't even have the words to express what they're experiencing. I do this for you. That's who I do this for. I've increased my financial intelligence so I can become able to communicate how to do certain things in a systematic way, in a way that is undeniable, right? The truth is incontroversial, and therefore I'm undefeatable. I'm inevitable, right? With that being said, let's just dive right into it. So Mr. Bugs stated that impact drives income. And Robert Kiyosaki said that income follows assets. Let's just dive into this, right? Because you see, your impact is the fuel. The assets is the vehicle. Let me dive deeper into this. The impact is what gets people to like and follow you. The assets is what helps you maintain your money and keep your money. Because when you have an asset, it's going to generate more income that you can then reinvest back into the asset, therefore producing you more income. And it's a phenomenal prosperity cycle. But it first starts with your impact. You see, the thing is, so I was having a chat with ChatGPT today to combine these concepts, to really grasp what I was trying to get to. And a huge objective truth came to me. It was one of those things where it went like this. You see, I work at Culver's right now. And every single day I go in there and I make an impact on this environment. And this is what brings me income. But the thing is, I don't have any assets currently. What does that mean? This means that I have to continuously go into work every single day. So impact without assets equals slavery. Let that really sink in. Impact without income, impact without assets equals slavery. What do I mean? I'll give you another fresh example real quick. Imagine having an apple tree that isn't yours, and then you have to go over to that person's house every day to pick apples off. You grow dependent. Right? You grow dependent. But imagine you grow your own fruit tree, your own apple tree. You become independent and you grow your own value. And then others rely on you. That's what it means to have an asset. To have impact is like having a lemonade stand. If you only sell to your mother, you're going to make a little bit of money, but you're only impacting one person. But if you impact the whole block and you're selling lemonade to the whole block, you're going to make a lot of money because your impact has increased. The whole neighborhood loves what you got going on. This is why affluence is one thing, but influence is a whole other thing. Affluence is what you own. Impact is what gets people to influence is what gets people to move. Your assets are what's going to generate you money without you having to work. My owner, the owner of Culver's, not my owner, but the owner of Culver's, Mr. Kyle, he has an asset. What do I mean? I haven't asked him yet, and I'm going to ask him, and I'll come back to you with another video on this, an update. But I'm sure that he doesn't have to work to produce money. In fact, from what I understand, Culver's is producing about $50,000 a week off of the efforts of other people. Culver's is producing $50,000 a week off of the efforts of other people. OPE, other people's efforts. I can't make this up. And the dark truth of capitalism is that money is an incentive for altruism. These people aren't going there for free. He's compensating them. They work for money, and they help him grow his business for that money. Now, there's power. The power is with the people. Imagine if they all boycotted. Now, don't fire me, but I'm going to say this is a hypothetical. Imagine if they all boycotted. Not even boycott. Imagine if they decided to, I'll use this, not because I don't want to be adversarial here. Imagine if the people of Culver's, everyone in this environment, decided to want to be owner as well. And we talked to Mr. Kyle. We said, hey, you know, we want to become owners too. We want to own some franchises too, so we don't have to worry about our bills. I get it. There's a huge responsibility with what we're asking for. But we're also aware that with responsibility is going to equate to rewards as well. Because we're going to have a certain lifestyle, right? Because rewards and responsibility are balanced. So yes, there's going to be more responsibility, but we're also aware that there's going to be more rewards in alignment with that responsibility. And that's what we're seeking. I'm sure Mr. Kyle wouldn't mind helping us get to a point to where we can own our own Culver's. Because we're not in competition. In fact, we're trying to collaborate. We want to help Culver's grow, expand. But the thing is, we still need people to impact other people to get their attention to even want to come and eat at our establishment. And when we impact enough people with the food that we make, if they like it, they'll keep coming back. And with that attention is going to bring us assets. Because the impact brings attention, the attention produces assets, the assets produce income. And then with that income, both emotional and financial, we can reinvest and then ultimately get more impact, get more attention, develop more assets, get bigger income. It's a beautiful prosperity cycle. But the thing is, systems work, people don't. You gotta follow the system. And numbers never lie, but people do. Numbers never lie, people do. So with that being said, it's easier to swim with the flow than against it. Let me say that one more time. It's easier to swim with the flow instead of against it. Why are you trying to push a boulder uphill? Unless you're Sisyphus, you should be trying to pull them down. Now I get it. You might have to push it up because the idea behind this concept is you got to live a hard life so that way when you get up top, you can just push it down and everything's easy. But if let's say you start at the top, you can have it easy, but when it gets to the bottom, you got to push that mug up. It's going to be hard then. So would you rather live a hard life first and then have an easy life after? Or would you rather have an easy life first and then have a hard life after? That's the question. I can't make this up. Impact drives income, and income follows assets. This is a phenomenal concept. And to say the least, when it all boils down, the greatest among us will be the one who serves the most. He will be our servant. The greatest among us will be our servant. So realize that there are 3 constants in life. One of them is constant work. The need for work. We gotta work. Because you get joy from your labor, not your leisure. You get fulfillment from your labor, not your leisure. How you impact others is your labor. Number 2, uncertainty. Uncertainty is going to be constant in our present day and forever. The past, the present, and the future. Uncertainty is going to always be here, especially when we think about the future. And last but not least, suffering. Because everyone has a perception and everyone judges. And suffering is perception plus judgment. See, when you meditate, right, you're supposed to get rid of judgment and observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, just allowing them to flow through you. As soon as you latch on to an idea or emotion, you begin to suffer, especially if it's negative. If it's positive, you won't suffer. That will produce happiness. But if it's a negative judgment, you're going to suffer. Because even perceived suffrage is still suffering. Perceived pain is still pain. So we have to understand that a lot of our problems are truly psychological. Maybe 20% is physical, but the other 80% is psychological. It's how we think about the problem. You see, a wise man doesn't say, I don't have problems. A wise man says that problems are irrelevant. What's the end goal? Because these problems are only obstacles. You see, the problem is not a bug. It's a feature. And once we understand that, we'll then realize that we can do anything. I had a young woman yesterday, she came in, she said, oh, I can't get through. And then she got through the line, but it was like no, you could get through. You were just having problems. And if you would have asked for help, you would have got through just fine. So it's not that you can't, it's that you're either A, lazy, B, stupid, or C, arrogant. That's there are 3 reasons why you are broke right now. You, the viewer, there are 3 reasons why you're broke right now. It's not a physical reason. It's a psychological reason. Now, remember, there's 20% physical, 80% psychological. We're using the Pareto principle here. 20% of our problems are physical. The other 80% is psychological. It's how we think about the problem. That's called mindset. Mindset means how we think. You're not poor. You're just uninformed. John Maxwell, he had the 4 seasons. People change. There are 4 reasons why people change. People change because there's enough pain for them to get started or to want to change. They have enough information to where they're able to change. They receive enough to where they can change. And they were inspired enough to where they are seeking change. So there's pain, there's education, there's what you receive as far as maybe monetary or emotion, and then there's inspiration. Seeing something that you never saw before. Like you saw enough to where you now believe that you can do it. Like, man, I see him do it. If he can do it, I know I can do it. There are 4 reasons. Either you experience enough pain to where you're like, I'm disgusted. I'm tired of this. I've had enough. You saw enough where you believe you can change, where it's like, so I know for a fact if he can do it, I can do it. He's not that smart. He's not that strong. He's not that fast. He's not making that much money, but he still did it. They learn enough to where they're able to, like, I don't know how to do this, but I'm willing to learn how to do this. And I'm willing to follow a specific course of action for a reasonable period of time. And they receive enough to where they can do it. Where it's like, okay, I may not have enough money, but I can crowdfund. Or I might not have enough confidence, but I know if I go out enough and just face the thing I fear, I know the fear will leave me. Right? Those are 4 reasons why people change. What's your reason? You see, there are 2 reasons why people will buy anything from anyone. Specifically, there are 2 reasons why people will buy from you and will not buy from you. Specifically, why they will buy from you. People will buy from you because you're able to help them benefit, the possibility to gain, or to avoid loss, or to avoid pain. That's why people will buy from you. You're able to help them secure pleasure or avoid pain. Once you're not, because the thing is, people have 2 general interests: problems that they have but don't want, or results that they want but don't have. And if you can help people solve problems that they have but don't want, they'll buy. And if you help people get results they want but don't have, they'll buy. But it all springs from desire. And as the science of getting rich stated, desire is possibility seeking expression or function not performed. Function seeking performance. So there's either a possibility that wants to express itself, or there's a function not being performed. But that's the essence of desire: scarcity. Scarcity is value. Scarcity and difficulty are linked to value. I'm just giving you the sauce. I'm just giving you the objective truth. I didn't make these rules. I'm just reporting them to you. I've been through enough pain, and I've studied enough to have the insight to be able to bring it to you today. That's what makes me wise. I am one of the wisest men on the planet because I know I don't know anything. I know the extent of my knowledge, and I know the extent of my ignorance. That's what makes me wise. Wisdom is the ability to see through things. Being smart is the ability to catch on to things quickly. Being wise is the ability to see through things efficiently and effectively. So when it boils down to it, what makes me wise is not the fact that I know everything. What makes me wise is the fact of the reason why I am wise is because I'm able to identify what I don't know. And when you're able to admit your own ignorance, that is the first sign of intelligence. I'm intelligent because I know how to ask the right questions. It's not about being smart. Being smart is knowing the right answer. And that has its place, but being intelligent is asking the right questions. And I'm not here to assume. I don't want to make an ass out of you and me. So I get it. We don't get what we want, we get what we assume. But if you don't ask, you'll make an ass out of you and me. Asking is the secret to receiving. Ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be opened unto you. This is some basic principles, but people don't listen. And when you don't listen, you'll never retain. You might hear these words, but if you don't listen to these, if you don't listen to these words, you will not retain it. It'll go in one ear, out the other. And if you just do exactly what I suggest until you discover I'm lying or I don't know what I'm talking about, I guarantee you it'll be just like building a house on dirt. The rain will fall, the wind will blow, the water will rise, and you'll have a stable foundation. Your house ain't going nowhere. It's like the 3 little pigs. You'll have a house full of brick, made of brick. But if you don't do what I tell you, if you're disobedient to what I got to tell you, guess what? It's like building your house on sand. The rain will fall, the water will rise, the wind will blow, and because you have no stable foundation, your house gonna crumble. It's like the other 2 little pigs, straw and sticks. So with that being said, heed my warning. Use your impact to get some income. Use that income to invest in assets. And then when you get the assets, reinvest. Keep reinvesting. Reinvest into your impact. Reinvest into your influence. With that being said, you guys, I want you guys to think about that. It's going to be a short video, not going to be too long. But I really want you to consider what I said today. Sincerely think, process what I said. To think is the process. Think about what I said. Reflect on what was said. And I want you to DM me or leave a comment in the chat. Even if you disagree with me. Now, you ain't got to throw no hate. You ain't got to throw no shade. We can disagree and still be cool. Right? We can disagree and still be cool. But if you can't be cool, I don't have to block you. I don't got time to be going back and forth about some bullshit, to be honest with you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't want to go back and forth about no bullshit. I don't. You want to make fun of my stuttering? Cool. You want to make fun of my stuff? Cool. But what are you getting out of that other than a little bit of entertainment? We can make some real change, and you trying to play. You want to play games and have fun. I mean, I feel you. But if you want to have some entertainment, go watch Markiplier. Go watch PewDiePie. Go watch my brother's YouTube channel. But don't come here playing. We trying to make real impact. We trying to give away real value. I'm trying to actually change people's lives. And I can't do that until we change the basis of our thoughts. Until we change the basis of our ideas. Because we think from our ideas, not to our ideas. See, when you think to something, that's from the outside in. When you think from something, when you think to something, it's from the outside in. When you think from something, it's from the inside out. And I'm inwardly directed. I am not outwardly directed. With that being said, you guys, if you guys are actually looking for change, I would love it if you private message me, DM me, type in the chats below, change, and I will connect with you. Because the thing is this. I can't help you if you don't ask. And we got to have the courage to get started. We have to be willing to put in effort every single day. And we have to be able to endure the adversity that is inherent in every human endeavor. With that being said, you guys, I love you. Type change in the chat. Like, subscribe, comment. And with that being said, you guys, until next time, I'll see you then. Peace.